Your garden's biggest problem isn't what you think it is. While you're worrying about fertilizers, pH levels, and expensive soil amendments, millions of tiny engineers are working 24/7 in the healthiest gardens around the world, turning dead earth into living gold. These underground workers can process up to their own body weight in organic matter daily, creating nutrient-rich castings that plants absolutely crave. The secret? Earthworms, and attracting them naturally costs you absolutely nothing. Why your soil is crying out for earthworms. Before we dive into the how, let's understand the why. Earthworms are the principal agents in mixing dead surface litter with the soil, making the litter more accessible to decomposition by soil microorganisms. They're not just crawling around randomly, they're creating a sophisticated soil ecosystem that transforms your garden from the ground up. When earthworms move through soil, they create channels that improve drainage and aeration. Their castings contain 5 times more nitrogen, 7 times more phosphorus, and 11 times more potassium than the surrounding soil. Each earthworm can produce its weight in castings every single day. That's like having a fertilizer factory running non-stop under your feet, completely free of charge. The Cornmeal Magic Formula that works every time. Here's where most gardeners get excited. There's a simple, affordable way to attract earthworms using something you probably have in your kitchen right now. Sprinkle 1 to 2 pounds of cornmeal over roughly 18 square feet of garden space. This translates to about 1.3 to 1.8 ounces per square foot, or roughly 2 to 3 tablespoons scattered evenly across each square foot of soil. The timing matters crucially here. Start attracting earthworms to your garden in the spring as the soil warms. Apply the cornmeal when soil temperature reaches around 50 degrees Fahrenheit consistently. Water the area lightly after application. Use about 1 gallon of water per 10 square feet to ensure the cornmeal settles into the soil without washing away. Earthworms detect this feast from surprisingly far distances and will migrate to your garden within days. The cornmeal provides easily digestible carbohydrates while breaking down slowly enough to sustain the population for weeks. Coffee grounds, your garden's secret weapon. Your morning coffee routine just became part of your gardening strategy. Sometimes the worms form a ball as big as a grapefruit in the compost bin in the coffee layer. It's almost as if they swarm to the grounds. This isn't accidental. Coffee grounds provide earthworms with grit for their digestive system while offering nitrogen-rich organic matter. However, moderation is key. Never dump fresh coffee grounds directly onto soil in large quantities. Instead, mix used coffee grounds with existing compost at a ratio of no more than 25% coffee grounds to 75% other organic matter. For direct soil application, scatter no more than half an inch of coffee grounds over the surface, then work them lightly into the top 2 to 3 inches of soil. The grounds should be moist, but not soaking. If you're collecting them from coffee shops, let them air dry for 24 to 48 hours if they're overly wet. Earthworms prefer slightly moist conditions, and waterlogged grounds can actually repel them. Creating the perfect earthworm hotel starts with thinking of your garden as, well, a 5-star resort for earthworms. First, try to reduce tilling your soil as much as possible. Leave organic matter right on the surface. Add manure and compost regularly, and, ditch the chemicals altogether. Use an organic mulch to keep the soil moist and cool. Each of these elements, when combined, works together to create an environment that earthworms just can't resist. Adding plenty of organic matter to the soil provides food to sustain the worm population. In return, they'll distribute the nutrients around your beds. Layer organic matter like fallen leaves, grass clippings, and vegetable scraps directly on the soil surface. This creates a natural buffet that earthworms can access easily, while also providing protection from temperature extremes. The mulch layer should be about 2 to 4 inches thick, consisting of materials like shredded leaves, straw, or aged wood chips. This helps maintain consistent soil moisture. Earthworms need their skin to stay moist for breathing and movement. And don't forget to water the soil so that it's deeply moisturized. You'll want to apply about 1 inch of water weekly if natural rainfall isn't enough. The pH sweet spot really does make all the difference. Most gardeners overlook this critical factor, but earthworms are actually pretty picky about soil acidity. For a worm-friendly lawn, you need to keep the soil moist, rich in organic matter, well aerated, and ensure a neutral pH balance. Earthworms thrive in soil with a pH between 6.0 and 7.0. If your soil is too acidic, add ground limestone at a rate of 5 pounds per 1,000 square feet to gradually raise pH. For alkaline soils, work in sulfur at 2 pounds per 1,000 square feet. Test your soil pH monthly during the adjustment period using an inexpensive digital meter or pH test strips. Building your organic matter arsenal is key. I use a variety of sources like leaf mold, aged manure, and composted kitchen scraps. They work as a magnet for earthworms, providing the nourishment these soil dwellers need. The key is variety. Earthworms need different types of organic matter to thrive, just like we need a balanced diet. So here's what you want to do. Create feeding stations throughout your garden by burying kitchen scraps about 6 to 8 inches deep in different locations. Alternate between nitrogen-rich materials like, vegetable peels and coffee grounds and carbon-rich materials such as shredded newspaper and dried leaves. Each feeding station should be roughly 12 inches apart, which really encourages earthworm movement throughout your garden. Now, aged manure works exceptionally well. Just apply a 2-inch layer of well-aged cow or horse manure over your planting areas in the fall. This gives earthworms months to process the material before spring planting, while enriching your soil naturally. The chemical-free commitment really does change everything. Applying synthetic fertilizers and pesticides to the soil can seriously impair the existence of earthworms down there. These inputs are acidic in nature, and unfortunately, can make the soil unfit for earthworms. This is actually where a lot of gardeners sabotage their own efforts without even realizing it. Synthetic fertilizers create salt buildup that burns earthworm skin, while pesticides directly poison them. Even so-called safe chemicals can disrupt the soil microbiome that earthworms depend on. So, switch to organic alternatives like fish emulsion fertilizer, compost tea, and beneficial nematodes for pest control. Timing your earthworm empire just right is key. Settle them in on a cloudy day, under organic material in a warm, moist area, because summer's heat can drive earthworms deep into the earth or even away from your garden altogether. Early morning or evening applications work best, especially during those summer months when surface temperatures can be lethal to earthworms. Spring and fall are actually the peak seasons for earthworm activity. Focus your attraction efforts during these times, when soil temperatures range between 50 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit. During hot summer months, concentrate organic matter additions in shaded areas and keep soil moisture consistent. The no-till revolution is something earthworms absolutely love. Reducing tillage and mulching really improves earthworm habitat. Every time you dig, you're destroying the tunnel systems earthworms spend months creating. These tunnels are like highways for water, air, and nutrients. Destroying them sets your soil ecosystem back significantly. Instead of tilling, use broad fork tools to gently break up compacted areas without turning the soil. Add new organic matter on top and let earthworms incorporate it naturally. This approach maintains soil structure while encouraging earthworm populations to flourish. Your garden transformation really does start underground, with these incredible creatures working around the clock to create the foundation for spectacular plant growth. The methods we've outlined here cost virtually nothing, but deliver results that expensive soil amendments simply can't match. Once earthworms establish themselves in your garden, they become a self-sustaining system that improves year after year. Just remember, building a thriving earthworm population takes patience, typically 2 to 3 months to see significant results. But once they're established, you'll notice improved soil texture, better water retention, increased plant vigor, and a reduced need for fertilizers. If this guide helped you understand the power of earthworms in your garden, make sure to subscribe to Crop Corner for more natural gardening secrets that actually work. And hey, share this with fellow gardeners who are tired of expensive solutions that don't deliver lasting results. Your soil and your plants will definitely thank you for it.